Okay, guys, we're going to have another chance at some drawing today. We're going to have some fun today, guys. Nice and light. A couple of little cartoon characters. Two people very much in love there, as you can see. We've got a lamppost. He's hiding a flower that he's about to give her, and she's about to get a nice little surprise. Now, this is just one I did earlier. This is one I prepared in the oven, as they say. Now, today we're not going to do the fence at the back or the footpath because there's probably not going to be enough time. But we're just going to draw the girl and the boy, the lamppost, and the sun, okay? Or the moon, whatever you want. Probably moon would be more romantic. So, guys, here we go. We're going to go portrait this time, okay? In artistic terms, this is called a portrait, something to remember. And this is called a landscape. A landscape, if you're thinking mathematically, is horizontally, okay? Horizontally. And vertically, if you're thinking maths, is the portrait form of art. So that's very common terms. So let's just start. I'd say we should probably start with the lamppost. So just sort of draw a nice, try not to use a ruler, because this is cutting, we want to keep it nice and loose and free. Okay, so just a couple of parallel lines up and down there like that. Okay, let's go down a bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So yeah, I'd have a couple of nice parallel lines just up and down like that, just to start with. Now just sort of draw a little V there like that. Okay, see I've done that there? A little kind of a V section. Then build another V section. Just remember to move your paper around so that you can make it easy for yourself. A little V section with two little things sticking up like that. You see what I mean? Just like that. Maybe we should come down a bit closer. Hope you can see that all right. Another V section here for the top of the lamppost there. Okay. Now just this one we're going to go inside like that this time, because we're going to do another V section. But this V section part of the lamppost itself. All right. So we're going to draw a nice little angled piece there like that. Okay. And another angled piece there like that for the outside of the lamppost. Okay. Then we're going to run a line in like that at the top. Another very slight V. Okay. Now your lamppost doesn't have to look exactly like mine. It can look a little bit different or radical. Being a cartoon, there's really no rules. Again, there's certain rules, but nothing too drastic. Okay, so you can see I've drawn another little V on the top there like that. Okay. Now on top, you've got like a pyramid. Remember when we did pyramids last year? You should be able to draw those quite easily. There's a pyramid on the top there. Right? Oh, what a glare on that camera again. There's a little girl inside. Where the glare is coming from. There we go. Let me just change the lighting here, guys, just a sec. The lighting is much better. It's much easier to see it now. So, just straight lines, nice straight lines. Now let's draw a straight line at the front here like so, and another one on the other side of it, right? Like so. And these are going to be the actual lamp itself. So do another line through there, another line down there like that, and another line across like that. Okay? And that gets us our nice little lamp. Okay, guys, we've got a nice lamp going on there. Okay? Beautiful. Right? Down the bottom, of course, we're going to go out a little bit, just a couple of little stitches out like that. Okay? Let's make that line a little bit heavier now. Remember to use that nice flicking motion. Okay, well you don't have to do it all in one line. Put a little half curvy thing there. Come down again on the other side of those like so. Just like that. Okay? And draw a nice another little U line like that. Okay, take your time. I'll wait for you. When you do this little door in the front, sort of follow the same shape as what you've had under there with a little doorknob on the front there like that. See that? Right. And the same sort of shape again here, keeping those shapes the same. That shape should be roughly the same shape as that shape, same shape as that, same shape as that shape. These shapes roughly the same. And again, we come out again like we did up here, and we go down this time because we're going to do the bottom of the lamp. Same kind of shape again, like so. See that? That indicates the bottom of your lamp. And if you want, you can put a little line in there, not necessary, but it kind of separates things up nicely. So that's your lamppost, okay? Now, if you want to colour that and shade all that in like I've taught you before, you can go ahead and do that, okay? But now we're going to move over to the little cartoon characters themselves, all right? We're going to look at drawing those guys, okay? So with the little guy, probably do a little kind of half circle around about there like that, very light, just like that. Okay, very light circle. That's going to represent his head. And then put another kind of oval shape here. That's going to represent his body. A little oval shape like that. And then we're going to have two parts to his legs. So put a little oval there and another little oval there like that. See that? These little ovals help you to draw the legs and the arms and everything else. Once you've got those, then you can start doing a little bit of detail, right? So we might bring his hair out a little bit, just over the top like so. Just bring his hair out so that he's looking pretty trendy. Okay, just outside the circle, like so. Okay, so remember we're looking at this little guy here. We'll put that there as a guide for you guys so you can see exactly what we're doing. Okay, so you know where we're going. So at the moment, of course, we are doing his little head section, right? That little section there on his hair, see? That's what we're doing over here, right? So following that little circle around, now we've got that little kind of bulb little thing at the back there, a little bit of hair sticking out of the back, all right? Come around like so, around the back. Around and around, follow the circle around, a little mark up there like that. Follow that. See that little half circle we made? Follow that around a little bit. Okay? Bring another line through like that. Okay? And then we've got this little lock there. Come around his ear like that. See his little ear here? We're going to come around like that, guys. Just like that. Right? And then we're going to go up, down, and up again. Just get some nice hair going. It doesn't have to be the same as mine. Right? So that's his. You can see there where we've had to use a little oval shape, and we've got a nice hairpiece going. And you can see there's a little part for his nose there, right? So there's also a little bit that kind of dips in from here for part of his head, which goes like that. You see that? See this part here? This part just here? You do that and come around with his nose like so, just like that. Like I said, it doesn't have to be exactly like mine. It's got his little eyebrow. Make that a little bit thicker, all right? And then his rest of his face will follow that nice little oval we created earlier. And remember we did this big oval for his body here? I'm going to follow that oval up around there like that, but then we're going to duck in and do that arm. See that? See how I did that? Kind of duck in off that oval a little bit to do his little arm, all right? Now, we're not going to follow that around. We're going to sort of come into his chest a little bit here, just cut in a little bit from his chest. A nice little chest there. And once again, following that oval around to there, put a little hand on him here, just a little tiny one, all right? Get down a bit closer so you can see all that. Of course, he's got his little flower at the back there too. You may as well draw that in while you're there. Just draw his little flower. Okay? Just nice curvy lines like that. Remember that you can also always still use the flick motion that I taught you. You don't have to follow exactly what I did here. Remember those little circles we did here? We're going to follow them around now. But what we're going to do, we're going to put his little jumper on there like that, because that's part of his little jumper he's wearing in front, which means we no longer need that top part of the leg. So we can get rid of that. We can rub that away, or we can do it later, rub it away. Bring the front of his leg around here like so, right round there, okay? Put a little crease at the bottom of his trousers there, okay? And a little foot, just a little tiny foot at the bottom like that. Take your time with that, okay? Take your time with that. Another leg at the back, if you notice there, with the same sort of creases, and a little leg. Okay? He's looking pretty cool, wouldn't you say? I would say. Don't forget we've got the back of his neck there too. That's very important too. We've got to have a neck. Right, bring that into there. And there we have the back part of the little boy. Now the little girl, same sort of deal. If you have a look at the little girl, right, here she is. Okay, we're going to run a nice circle here like that. Maybe a little circle here, maybe a couple of little tiny ones for her legs just to get some positions. So let's get a nice little circle around her head so we can get an idea where her head's got to go. Draw a little circle like that around her head for her head. Then draw another circle around here for her body area. See that? And maybe some stuff for her legs here. That's all you really need to get a guide, right? Get a guide of where you're going. So once again, we're going to look at her hair again, and you see this very much following the circle. So we'll go around with that. We'll follow that circle around like so. Go right round, and you know she's got a little dip comes out there for a ponytail. You see that? She's got that little ponytail thing going on there. You want to cut that off like so, and then we'll bring that up there like that, Okay? Her hair kind of stops there, okay? And then that one curls right under and around like that. Okay? That's how her hair goes. So you can see how that circle has helped us to get that shape nice and bright. Look at that. Okay. Now, of course, she's got a cute little nose as well. So we'll bring that around like so. There's a little section just like the front of his forehead that she's got in the front of her forehead too. And her nose goes back like that. Okay. And then her little mouth, little chubby cheek comes out like that. She also is just about to give him a kiss. And she's feeling pretty happy. Put a little eye on her as well. Okay. Like so. Okay. She's a happy little chippy. Okay. There we go. So now we have her face there. Okay? I'm going to redo mine because it's probably a little bit too sharp. That's the other good thing. You can rub it out and redo it anytime you want. I'm going to go down a little bit further. Now like that, so it looks a bit cuter. There we go. That's better. Anyway. Probably a bit too thick this side too. So I might make it thick at the front, thin at the back like so. I think that's better anyway. Okay. Now the same with the little arm. She's got a little sleeve here. You notice she's got this little sleeve, right? See this little sleeve here? Draw that little sleeve in like so. Okay, nice and easy to draw in there. And then her little body, her little shirt sort of goes like this. Now, so it starts off in the circle. It kicks out at the end there. Okay. Same on the other side of it. But notice she's got an arm coming around the back like so. It goes right round, and then this part here goes around like that. And she's got a hand behind her back. Okay, so half of her hand's behind her back. Right? So that's the case. We want her little skirt to come zooming out of the back like that. See, just zoom that little skirt out, then come across the front like so. Make that nice, little cool little skirt like so. It's got a couple of cool little legs that come out like that. See the little leg, how it comes out, little cool leg like so. And she's got a little boot on there too, a little shoe, little girly shoe. And she's also got a leg that comes out like that, over like so. It's probably a bit big, that one. Let's make that one a bit smaller. Stuffed up bad there. Let's make that a little bit smaller. So it's much cuter feet than that, not big clunky feet. Alright, so there she is. There's the little girl. Okay, probably come over a little bit for her hair. It's probably a bit flat there. So I might just rub that out again. And this is all you do, trial and error. Keep rubbing things out, colouring things in, till you get exactly what you want, what you're happy with. It's a wonderful thing about working with pencil. You don't have to go too hard. So there you can see, we've got her there now. Now she's got a tiny little ribbon at the back there, a little scrunchie or whatever. So let's draw that scrunchie in. Sort of goes around like that. It doesn't have to look spectacular or anything. Just draw that scrunchie. Now, whatever way you want to draw it, you know, it's coming out like that kind of thing, kind of a little scrunchie. And then the rest of her hair, of course, is very important because that's where her ponytail finishes off. So let's finish that ponytail. Okay, that's good like that. I think that's good. I don't like mine. I really don't. I'm going to change mine. It's a bit too big and bulky looking. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to put a cute little one on there, right? Cute little bit of hair coming out the back like so. Maybe kick him back in like that. That's better. I just thought that was a bit too much. So you can see there she's got a nice little thing going on there now. This leg's probably kicking back a bit too much. I'll probably see that's a bit too far back too. I'm going to bring that up into there like that. Like I said, you can rub it out, start again, do all that sort of thing, right? There we have the most of it. Now, we've just about finished that part of it. All we've got to do now is the ground. So I'll just put a little bit of grass, sort of mounty ground there. I'll put a little bit of a grass tussock there. See that? Very easy. Just make your pencil go up and down like so. There's a little grass tussock. Sometimes put a little rock next to it. Makes it look a little bit more authentic. A couple of little rocks. See that? Same down here. Just put just underneath his foot there. There's 2 layers here for this guy. Like he's got a section there. Let him do a bit of grass there as well. And then it goes up under the lamppost like so. I'll put a couple of little rocks next to him as well, just to make him look, you know, something like that. So there you've got that there. Now, guys, that's the drawing. Now, you can do what you want, any way you want to colour it in or anything like that. You can cut a circle if you want to follow some of the old techniques I taught you using the graphite and stuff like that. You can cut a little circle for that guy, which is easy done with like a 20-cent piece or something like that, right? But guys, if you don't find a 20-cent piece, anything round, either a compass or a little jar, a little pepper jar like so, now just draw a light line around there. I'll tell you why in a minute. You need a light line around there, just around where you're going to put your moon. Okay, very light line. You can see a light, I've got mine there. Right? Because what you've got to do is you've got to trace it again onto another piece of paper, nice and heavy, right? Or around. And I'll get Mum to help you go around there like that, right? Make your circle like that, right? And like I said, you can either use that or you can use a compass. You know, you may have a little compass in your set there, you know, a little compass like so, with a pencil in there. Once you do that, of course, you're going to need your scissors, okay? Or a knife, but scissors preferably. Oh, cut your paper out. Cut your moon out. Your sun out, whatever you want to do. So just cut it out with your pair of scissors like so. Go around and let's get Mum to help you if you're having trouble with that. Try and get it nice and round. Try to avoid getting those 50% piece looking sort of thing going on. Just cut it out nice and circular like so. Get a nice moon happening. Like so. Got a bit of sharp edge right there now. So, you know, something like that, guys. Now, once you've done that, you've got to take yourself a little bit of tape. Okay? So grab a little bit of tape, like so. Snap it off. Fold it over on itself, like that. Okay? And then stick that on the back of your moon, like so. Right. Once you've done that, put your moon over the spot that you decided to use on your drawing, like so. And now you can either use a colour pencil. You can use a colour pencil and just rub in around all like that with your colour pencil. Or you can use a bit of graphite or a bit of charcoal, like we showed you before. And you can make a nice shot. Just flick it on like I showed you. Remember I showed you how to flick it all on there like that? Okay, it's all flicked on now. And now, of course, I've got to spatter out. Nice circular motions like so. Okay, coming out wider. We've got this nice moonshine happening in the background. Try not to come in on the characters too much. If you sort of get that kind of thing going on, it's going to look wonderful once you take your circle off, take that off, and what you've got left is a beautiful little moon like so. Now the wonderful thing about this is you can do the same with your light over here, but I'd probably make that a little bit bigger if you could. Something bigger around now. It doesn't matter if it goes off the screen. Doesn't matter, okay? So with this, I've decided we're going to go something like this, probably around about this big. Very light line, okay? Very light. Not too heavy, nice and light. Move your paper if you have to. That light's going to go off the edge of the page, but that's all right, okay? What we'll have is something like this, right? Look at close. You can just see the line around the outside of your light there. Okay, that's all right. Take your compass with it the same size as that, and make a rubber circle or a lid of a jar or anything like that. Mum's got it flat around the house. Draw your line around like so. Cut that out also with your scissors, all right, guys? Cut that out just like you did your other one with your scissors. Okay, let's get a start first, and then cut it out nice and carefully with your scissors. Okay, guys, once you've got your circle cut, same sort of technique again. A little bit of tape, fold it over at the back, stuck in the middle of your circle. Now that circle will go off the screen. Notice that it's going off the piece of paper. That's all right. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Do your little scraping idea again around the image like so. Get that circular motion going. Okay, nice circular motion. This time it's for our light. Okay, get that nice circular. You want to keep it nice and circular. So keep your finger going around in the circle. Okay, around in the circle, guys. Like so. Keeping that nice round shape. Have a look there again. You can see we've got two nice round shapes there now. What you need to do is give your hands a bit of a rinse because we're going to use some lighter coloured pastels now. Again, you can either use a nice yellow colouring pencil to colour all that in if you like, or you can follow the same technique again with some pastels this time, using the edge of our scissors like before and just scraping that in on the job like so. Okay, right in the middle, and then using our same, make sure our hands are nice and clean, nice circular motions like we did last time. Getting that nice yellow tinge happening in the background like so. You can go over into the blue, it's all right, you can do that. And there we have it, guys, you get that sort of thing. If you want to get really adventurous, you can put some green along the front for the grass if you're feeling really adventurous, all right, guys? Or brown, or whatever colour you want for the front, okay? I'm thinking I'm going to go with the green, just for the front, just for the grass, just to get a bit more colour in there. Oh, that's purple, but that's all right. Purple will do. Purple grass is good. Good, make it interesting. I thought I picked the green up there, but it's actually purple. You can change the colours if you like by getting another colour, like maybe a bit of fluoro yellow, and putting that over the top, a bit of white even, and mixing that in to lighten it up a little bit. So, now with that done like that, you can now, if you so choose, you can go around it with a black texture, doing that thick and thin situation we did last time. Remember how we taught you how to do that before? You get a nice finish that way as well. There we go, right? So guys, you can use your pastels right through if you like, or colour pencils. You know, just sprinkle a little on. Because we're doing small detail stuff like the face, I'd use like something like this. It's a little cotton tip, you know, for you'd have their mum would have them in a cabinet at home, the medicine cabinet, and that way you can sort of colour in all the nice areas like so. We're doing his face at the moment, as you can see. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's meant to look a little bit unusual, a bit sketchy, all right? So it's all right. Like a leg down here, a couple of legs, right? Just a little bit of scrape. Remember to blow away the area, the stuff you don't need either. When you finish, just sort of blow off the excess stuff so that it's not ruining the job. Okay? There you go. Colour the legs. Colour all the skin areas with that nice pink colour. And then go on to using other things for other colours. Notice those hair there. Okay. Lamppost, for example, you might want to make that a different colour. You might want to make that like what about a kind of a blue colour like this. Just sort of, same sort of deal. We'll run your, and you can do a few different colours on that blue too if you want to make it look really different. So as you can see, we're really spreading that out. Sometimes you can even just pick up a little bit with the cotton tip straight off, like so. I might put a different colour in the front there just for interest. Okay, it'll all look good. It looks a bit dodgy at the moment. It'll all look good once it's all coloured in, and then we do our black outline. That's when it really starts to take shape. Right? Okay, guys, once you've done all your colouring in and everything, now you can start using your fine black pan lines outside the outside if you want to do it that way, or you could just leave it the way it is. It's up to you. Okay, so it's up to you. I'm going to start doing it now. So you can see how the black pen really brings it up really, really bright. Like I said, try and use thick and thin lines like I taught you before, okay guys? Try and use those thick and thin lines, get it all happening that way. Just adds to a nice finish. See there, I'm going to use that and use black lines all over the whole thing, alright? Even these straight up and down lines, I wouldn't worry about using a ruler. Let's get them looking nice, and it's good if they look a bit wobbly in a cartoon. It makes them look a little bit more authentic, a bit more character. So I get that half thing in there. Same here, nice. Oh, nice big wobble in that one. Does it matter? Not at all. Looks good. Okay. Sometimes a crooked line looks good. Sometimes a crooked line gives something a bit of character, as you can see right here, guys. Okay, look at that. Nice thick and thin lines all the way through. Keep going with that, guys, all right, till you're finished. Okay. So there we go, guys. There's our finished product. We've used a bit of pastels. Used a bit of lead, and we've also used black fine pen. Like I said, you can use colour pencils if you want. Kind of a Van Gogh kind of sky going on there, but just a fun cartoon little image there to draw. So good luck, guys. Have a go. Let's see how you go. It was wonderful hanging out with you guys today. Take care.